Good afternoon, everybody. It's the Cockney Colonel here. It's Friday afternoon. We've nearly finished, but we've still got some stuff to do, as always. Going to be away at the weekend, so we're going to have a busy day Monday finishing everything off. Now, the video that I'm going to show you is of the main auction. All right, we are going to do the box lot bonanza again at 1 o'clock with a 2 o'clock start down in the barn. So 1 o'clock preview, 2 o'clock start down in the barn. This is for October the 27th, right? Tuesday, October the 27th. All right, but the video and all the photos are for the main auction, okay? So don't get confused and think what's in the main auction and what's in the barn. Everything here is in the main auction, all right? And all the photos, all right, a couple of hundred of them I put up there, all right? A couple of hundred of them there with a description, all for the main auction. The barn is just like box lot bonanza, tons of stuff we got that's just got to get out of here. Right, Star Wars, new film coming out apparently soon, so I know the Star Wars stuff is always popular. But loads of the collectible Star Wars stuff here. We picked up an estate with load of collectible stuff in it. We're going to be kind of like jumping around a little bit because I've got so much stuff to cram in. All right, so much to tell you about. Some old pictures of black and, you know, the old black and white photos of the old people, whoever they are, Joey D, Hank Ballard, whoever he is. All right, and some geezer there, I'm sure you know who that is as well. All right, some other bits and pieces, and then some more sort of dolls and lots of banks. So some really cool kind of looking banks here. All right, money boxes as I call them. All right, but piggy banks. Little teapot there, that's kind of cool, isn't it? All right, so, you know, big old bottle and stuff like that. Winnie the Pooh, he looks cool back there. All right, Snoopy on his bed. All right, but quite a lot of the banks. All right, so I'm sure they're going to be popular, be lotted up there. All right, so get a good look at them. I've got pictures as well online. All right, so make sure you have a look at the pictures. All right, of all the banks. Look at this lady. Lovely lady she was. Lady Diana. All right, Lady Diana. So pick plates. Everybody needs a Lady Diana plate. All right, we've got 9 of them. All right, so 9 of you can come and buy Lady Diana plates. Happy days. All right, Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind, apparently, these ones. All right, on a little shelf there. I think the shelf is staying, but the old plates are available. All right, so Gone with the Wind plates. The old light's a bit murder in here. All right, but, you know, get a lot of a wind, you know, but this one's gone with the wind, apparently. All right, and then we've got some other cool little trucks and stuff like that. Little Shell trucks and bits and pieces and Hawkeye Crate Bank and a British American Oil Company and some American Military Veteran Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club. That's a mouthful, wasn't it? Toy tanker truck and some little glass dolphin things there. All right, so I'm sure they're going to be popular. Here to China, happy days, China, China, China. All right, and then come down here, we've got some little figurines of basketball geezers and stuff like that. All right, and some other little figurines of Spider-Man and other little menaces and stuff in there. Great little new in the box Tinkerbell. All right, Tinkerbell table lamp, so that's kind of cool, all wrapped up there. All right, another nice little Tinkerbell and the Disney one there. All right, little musical, something like that by the looks of it. Disney villains, old Cruella de Vil and the rest of them there. All right, Captain Hook and all the other geezers. So I'm sure they're going to be cool, it'll be popular. Lots of these little collectible, all right, we'd all blotted up. Disney and all sorts of Furby little ones going on there. Snoopy Dog and all the rest of it that goes on. And more Disney and Bugs Bunny and Minnie Mouse and all the rest of it. Some of those little blackcurrant people. All right, with old Garfield geezer there and that. Some of the Flintstones in there. Flintstones are always popular. Pez. Everybody loves the Pez. Used to love the little Pez sweets when I was a kid. Trolls. Trolls are great. I love those things. This is kind of cool. It's a book. Apparently, Kennedy, he was originally buried somewhere. And then they must have dug him up again and put him somewhere else. But there's some black and white photos that go with this book. From where apparently after he was shot, they buried him somewhere in someone's garden by the looks of it. Looks like it could be somewhere in the villages with a white picket fence. But apparently he didn't stay there that long because they just took him out of there again and put him somewhere else. So I don't know where they put him, but I think that's probably where he is now. Buttons, some reason the buttons are popular. Get some good money. Some geezer called Roy Rogers with an horse back there. Little picture of him. So if you like that geezer, I'm sure that'll be good. Some little wooden birdie things there. Marvellous. Some old vintage kind of spanners, wrenches as you call them. All right, some other little tooly bits in there. Some vintage kind of Blue Shield washable nylon watch band things going on there, so they look interesting. All right, and some big old kind of urn back there. Original Lincoln logs. All right, some game there. All right, but that looks kind of cool and neat. Looks like it's all in the box there. All right, some dice in a jar, so they look kind of cool. Some old military torches, I think they are, been told back there. So military torches. Kind of cool little unleaded gasoline with high-tech Techring sign. Okay, all right, that looks rather neat as well. Little peanut geezer, Mr. Peanut. All right, don't know what he does, but he looks kind of neat. All right, little Mr. Peanut and a little lighthouse lamp or something like that there. Some coins, I think they said they were from South Africa, something like that. Or German, sorry, German. Get me old Germans and South Africans mixed up. Don't want to be doing that, do I? You know? And some more coins that have still got to come out of it in there. Opening of Buckingham Palace, apparently that one commemorates. So, opening of Buckingham Palace there. Grand opening of Disney in Tokyo. Alright, the old little Japanese people had the old Disney go on out there. Alright, so I'm sure that was rather neat. Kind of cool, scary little wooden mask. Alright, so that's rather neat as well. This set looks really nice. So it's a nice little set of the cups and saucers and the plates and the dinner plates and everything. What's it called? It's called Old Ivory, Syracuse in China. Right, Old Ivory, Syracuse, China. Happy days, alright. So I'm sure everybody's going to want to be queuing up to get some of that China. Some more home decor on that over there. So bits and pieces, Alright, so great stuff over here as well. We've got tons of it this week. This apparently is all there, right, in the box. The Sunshine Family Farm, right? Look at those little people. We've got a little cow and chickens and all sorts going on. So that looks rather neat. All right, this is for margarita apparently. Put your margarita in there and it comes out. All right, some sort of basket with some golden eagle on it. So that looks kind of neat. Space Shuttle Enterprise. So it's still kind of got the wrapper on it. So that's going to be sort of new packaging, new old as they say, you know. Some old sort of shoe shine kit. So if you're a bit struggling for money, just come and get your old shoe shine kit. Get down there. You can actually sit on one of the pews that we got now, right? Just offer shine up people's shoes. That'd be nice of you, wouldn't it? You don't do mine while you're at it. Always get dusty outside, didn't have to put on. Some flatware here. It's some kind of special flatware. So sure that's going to be popular. The old vintage flatware there. Some old kind of porcelain plumbing stuff going on there for the bathroom. So that's the old sort of antique vintage porcelain plumbing stuff. And some kind of neat, right old clock radio by the looks of it from way back in the day. So General Electric, but that looks rather neat. And then we got, still sorting this lot out, all right. But there's some of these vintage tools in here. All right, so a load of these vintage tools and some some really big things. Right, so really big things, you know, not the B word, really big things. And then some vintage game planes and tools and stuff like that, and old oil cans and other little burners, like, you know, like for old throwing old flames out of there. I'm sure that's cool. Some kind of old wooden toolbox looking thing there. All right, so that's going to be popular. A load of kind of Action Man. All right, so a little geezer there, naked, being stripped off by somebody. A couple of Action Men in there. All right, and a load of gear that goes with them. All like guns and rifles and, you know, all sorts of stuff that go with it. All right, so that's going to be popular. All right, still sorting these out. There's some balls jars in there and some scary looking animal head. All right, you know, with the big old jaw and the bone and all that sort of stuff. It's like a dinosaur or something like that, you know. So, a little bit of Christmas. It's only, what is it, 9 weeks, 8 weeks, you know, not long, it's going to be here before you know it. All right, little insulated rolling cooler, something for the old doggy there, you know, a little basket for it to sit in and some of the old water bowls and stuff. Everybody needs an helping hand, so if you need an helping hand for the Hulk, it's like one of his hands, somebody must have chopped his hand off. He's just got a green hand there. Oh, look at that, some nice Irish glasses. McSilis, it's McSilis, it's established in 1854 in New York City. All right, that's what they tell me. All right, so nice Irish glasses there. That thing there, the old accordion thing, all right, plays great. Boy, the old guys have been driving me nuts with that thing all week, playing that. Makes a load of racket. So if you've got some grandkid or something and you want to send it back to the parents to really annoy them, come and buy the old accordion and it can go home and really pester the life out of the parents when he gets back and drive them bananas. Couple of old golf hat things there, visors, signed by Nancy, I think, old Nancy Lopez. And some neat kind of different stuff on this table. And here they are again. Every time I think I got rid of them, right? This consigner thinks it's really funny to bring the scary Cabbage Patch Kids in, all right, yeah? Bring them in, and I swear to God, I'm running around this auction hall, and these things jump out of the box, right? You'd never know it, because they jump back in and they wrap themselves up again, all right? But they do, they leg it round here, and I have to run around, right, trying to get away from them, and it ain't easy when there's 6 of them, because they just jump all over you and that. Anyway, they're scary. Some old photograph in a thing, all right, in a frame, so that's probably be popular. Little vintage looking doll thing there. All right, I know they're always cool. Another one there and all, happy days. All right, some old people. I think I saw them down at Spanish Springs the other night. Yeah, I think they were doing like the drive in the town square down there. I swear they look like exactly like those people there. So they were having a good time anyway. Some vintage tools, all right, and the old dolls, all right. These are some other bears, terrific bears or something like that, teddy bears. All right, so some nice cool little decorative teddy bear figures there. All right, nice little set of you know, for your cookies and your sugar and all the rest of the stuff there, and put your bread in it. Really nice looking cake plate back there. Didn't get to the old fruit machine last week. I think you actually can put money in this and it pays money out, so it looked kind of cool. All right, still got a box with that as well. All right, so bits and pieces. Nice guitar. So, you know, fancy yourself as a bit of a guitar expert. This one won't annoy so many people because it hasn't got any strings. So you're probably going to have to get it restrung if you actually want to learn how to play the guitar, or I suppose you could just sort of beat on it and use it like a drum. Still, no strings, okay? So no strings attached, as they say. All right, so sometimes that's a good thing, depending on the woman. Anyway, so more old vintage kind of tools in here, and some old looking watering can or something like that. Don't know what goes in there, gasoline or something maybe, I suppose, petrol as I call it. Some other sort of wooden tool chest thing, and some more of these things are the old planes and stuff like that, woodworking stuff. All right, and some, I've not got a clue. I don't know, that green thing, anybody? Not me, no clue. All right, some old sort of chemist scales and some sort of mini chandelier candelabras. Some black and white pictures of different folks, look like entertainers or something like that. So all the different people in there, singers and la-di-da. All right, so yeah, smoke a pipe, stick a pipe with it, that's what they say, right? You know, stick a pipe with it. So look a bit like manky, a bit used up, but you know, marvellous. Bingo. Everybody loves bingo, don't they? Mind you, you guys do it different to us guys. You know, we have like 22s, two little ducks, quack, quack. You know, number 11 is legs 11. Because that means, like, you know, she's got pretty legs because it's number 11. But you do this crazy bingo all down the row with all the numbers and stuff like that. I can't get the gist of it. Anyway, bingo. So, some little vintage, by the looks of it, dolly clothes. So I'm sure the doll's clothes will be popular. Everybody loves a little doll's clothes. Little kiddie chair there. Pretty little lamp. All right, some really unusual looking decorative kind of Art Deco statue things there. Some Scientific American magazines. These were popular when we had them in the other week. All right, so you've got some more of those things going on here. And then we got a couple of neat little things, you know, as I say, Christmas coming up, people's birthdays, couple of little gift baskets there. They're going to be quite cool. This stuff costs a fortune apparently, this china, whatever it is. All right, what's it called? It's called Courier and Ives, right? The old grist mill, underglazed print, right? So some vintage China stuff, right? But I'm sure you're going to love it because it's like worth a fortune apparently. All right, then some not so worth a fortune China there. That'll probably get more money than the worth a fortune China, I'm sure. Just the way it goes. All right, what's some bird called Vera Bradley? That's one of her handbags. Don't understand these women, they leave their handbags everywhere and everybody else walks around with them. So poor old bird Vera Bradley, she lost her handbag and here it is sitting right over there. Now this flatware is kind of cool, it's Rogers. All right, so the old W.R. Rogers brothers, okay. All in those little packaging things, right? It's all sealed up, never been opened. All right, so really pretty, but I'm sure it'd be nice for somebody to buy it and open it at some point. This juicer, brand new in the box. Old Jack LaLanne's power juicer. Right, up to 30% more juice than other juicers. It must be true because it says so on the box. All right, now, got some really cool stuff on here. Check this out on eBay before you come and you'll realise how much it's worth. All right, it's a 1935 Duesenberg SSJ Roadster. Have a look on eBay, then come and see what you can pick it up for and how much you can make on it. All right, Dale Earnhardt. So he's obviously one of your racing driver geezers for whatever that stuff's called, Indy 500 or whatever it is you do. Right, and then some kind of neat looking Hummer in there. So a little neat Hummer. That geezer again, Dale Earnhardt, whatever his name is. Right, his nice little cool looking clock there. Not a neat little boat, little ship in a bottle right there. Okay, and this car was called a Cordovia or something like that. Right, so things that went on the bonnet, obviously, by that. It's got some naughty looking vintage. Well, not really that naughty, just pretty lady on the back of the old playing card. So a couple of boxes of them. All right, so they're kind of cool. Really neat old ashtray, sort of, you know, the old lion there, the old lion thing with the old vintage ashtray, and a couple of really cool of the kind of brass door knockers there as well. All right, they've really got some good weight, especially that one. Really pretty perfume bottle there. Actually smells quite nice, that perfume, whatever it is in there. Been dabbing it on all week. I smell lovely. All right, couple of bookends or whatever they are, door stops with the lions again. Now this is interesting. We're just going through some of the stuff that we pulled out, and there's a little sort of postcard thing, right, for Jack Dempsey, right, when he knocks out Jess Willard, right, and on the other side it's signed, right, so it looks like it's a signed Jack Dempsey postcard. I mean, I've got no authenticity or nothing for it, but I don't know why somebody would have it if it wasn't legit. We just pulled it out of all the stuff that we're doing. Some kind of old neat sort of stuff from the late 60s and that as well that I took pictures of. All right, so any of you guys in any of the lodges, all right, we've got some old fezzes, all right, that the guys wear for, you know, down at the lodge. All right, so the old Islam lodge with the different pins and badges on, stuff like that. Some neat kind of armoury memorabilia sort of badges and that. All right, now I know when I'm going to get to auction, good old airy chest Tom Jones. I don't want all you ladies throwing all your panties at me like you do at him. All right, you can just keep them. All right, I don't want them. I know Tom used to like that stuff, but it's just not my cup of tea. So you keep hold of them, okay? That geezer drives me potty. Daniel Webster, right? You know what he did? He didn't like the English, so he rewrote the whole dictionary and spelled everything different. So I come over here, and nothing that I know how to spell do I know how to spell anymore, because Daniel Webster rewrote the whole dictionary and changed all the spelling of everything. Pain in the backside, that geezer. We got some steins, so some nice steins, all right, and some sort of pewter jugs going on there, so they're rather neat. All right, I thought we had Alan the other week, you know, the old bartender geezer that we had, but this one's really neat. It's quite heavy. All right, the old bartender there looks more like you know, more like probably, I'll give it Enver from City Fire. We'll say it's Enver. Probably Bob more, you know, he's a little bit older, isn't he, Bob, you know, so he has to come off at 5 o'clock because he's got to be in bed by 6, isn't he, old Bobby? But anyway, that looks more like Bob, right, the bartender. All right, so you've got a couple of little shot glasses with it, so that's rather neat. Now, there are a ton of stamps, all right, dug out a ton of stamps. Again, I put pictures there, as many as I can. So load of the first edition stuff and things like that, all right, the old covers. All right, so be sure to check them out because there's tons of these stamps and some old 45 records. Oh yeah, and that really neat sort of shaving thing, genuine horsehide, you know, for sort of, you know, sharpening up the old shaver. All right, so, and then we just have a quick blitz along here, a couple of axes and a pickaxe or whatever that thing is, you know, for chopping up wood and stuff like that. All right, really neat gold domino set, that's really nice. And some comics. All right, so a few of the old comics there. I know the comics are always popular. All right, so listen guys, it's going to be on Tuesday, October the 27th. This, what I've shown you, and all the pictures are online, are for the 5 o'clock main auction. It's 4 o'clock preview, 5 o'clock main auction. We are doing the 2 o'clock box lock bonanza even in the barn, all right, with a 1 o'clock preview. So 1 o'clock preview, 2 o'clock start for the box lock bonanza. None of this stuff is in the box lock bonanza, so there's nothing to get confused about and wonder what photos are for what, because there ain't no photos of what's in the box lock bonanza. That's all down in the barn. All right, so just come along, bring your trailer and load up with that stuff. All of this nice neat stuff, right, the wicked stuff, all right, is in the 5 o'clock auction. All right, so see you on Tuesday, the 27th of October. I'll either see you at 1 o'clock for the 2 o'clock, or I'll see you at 4 o'clock for the 5 o'clock. Bring your money, spend it.